I want to share with you our story. About 2 years ago, my family and I, we were praying and just saying, Lord, what do you want us to do? And as you begin to pray that kind of prayer, there's a lot of things that maybe go through your mind. What does God really want us to do? And do we ever really live by faith? As we began to pray in January of 2017, I came to Nashville, Tennessee to do some hospital visits, and I drove out to the church where I grew up in West Nashville, Park Avenue Baptist Church on Charlotte Pike. It's a place where I was saved, baptized, called to ministry, and even served in ministry. I prayed, Lord, what do you want us to do? The same question. But as I did, I remembered the story of Dr. Bill Bright, founder of Campus Crusade for Christ, who had a time in his life where he took out a piece of paper, he wrote, Dear God, left it blank, and signed his name to it. He had a blank contract with God. So I began to pray, Lord, what do you want me to do? Question mark. What do you want Cheryl and I to do? Question mark. And I signed it January 26, 2017. Well, as time went on, we continued to pray, and as we were praying, we also know with 2 teenage daughters that as the school year approaches, what kind of time frame we needed to be on. And so just out of the air, I guess, I began to mark down a calendar wanting to know something by July 31st, so we would know with the new school year what to do. And I finally got to a point in June of 2017 where I just said, Lord, do you want us to plant a church? When I did, it's like the light went on. Even though I'd been a senior pastor for over 20 years in different churches, it was really a time for a change. And that was meaning to go start a new church. As we began to do that, there's a lot of processes to go through. I had to let the church where I served in Springfield, Tennessee know. I also asked them to help support us for several months as we stepped out in the process. And then their own processes of going through personnel, finance, deacons meetings, all those things. We went through a time where in July, they were deciding all those things. And on July 30th, 2017, they reached a decision that they would support us. Which you know what that means? I woke up July 31st, 2017, and God had answered our prayers. He led us into planting a church, a new church, starting a church in Bellevue. And that was His plan and His will for our lives. When we reflect back on God and what all He had done and His incredible timing and story and work, it just reminds me how good God is. And as I share with you our story, I want you to know that at New Day Church, we'd like to know your story, and we want to invite you to come and be a part of us.